I have a new entry into my Kind Words journal and I wanted to share it with you. Kind Words journal is probably my favorite journal because I love keeping track of all the moments when somebody made me smile or somebody made me feel warm inside, because a lot of the times life happens and we forget about those moments, and we really need though to remember those words, to remember that we are loved, that we're appreciated and admired and whatever. So yesterday I was listening to my class and we were talking about voice, and one of my classmates said that she would love to read writers who have a consistent voice. And I was like, wow, I think you would like your own writing as a reader because you have such a constant and beautiful and distinctive voice. And then somebody else, one of my other classmates, commented on my writing, and he said that he thinks that I have. Hold on, let me actually read it because I wrote it already in my journal. He said, I think you have a very good voice based on what I've read. And I was surprised because I obviously always have this imposter syndrome when it comes to my own writing. But then he continued, he was like, your piece about the light that you posted like last module was brilliant. It gave me several ideas for short stories. And I was like, oh my god, like my piece inspired somebody. And I honestly, I didn't even remember this piece. And then not only did he remember, but he also got inspired by it. But then he was like, I was seriously considering it for my first assignment, where you have to pick a writer that you admire and copy their writing style. And I wanted to pick you and do a story based on someone who would see the light differently. And I was writing about light back then in one of my pieces, and I was like, oh my god, not only did he remember my piece, but he also got inspired to write different short stories on it. And then to top it all off, he wanted to take me as the writer that he got inspired by and imitate, like impersonate my writing style. I was speechless and touched and grateful, and I honestly couldn't believe it, because obviously when thinking of different writers, you think of established writers, the famous writers that we read all the time and we dream of writing like. And then he was like, oh yeah, well, I was thinking of choosing you as the writer that I got inspired by and I wanted to impersonate. And I was like, no, this can't be true. I don't believe you. But this moment made me smile so widely. I was sitting in front of the computer with this expression, not believing that this was happening. And I was like, I need to share this with people, and I need to write it in my Kind Words journal, because I'm pretty sure that, especially when it comes to my writing, I will need to go back to those comments and remind myself that my writing can inspire somebody too.